Sit through it. Hey, people, we're live. We're hype. We're happening. How y'all doing? The show is on. The show is up. We're here. We're we're sitting again. It's me and KSIL. K. We're back. We're live. K had some topics to discuss or ask me about, and it's kind of like the previous show we did. So we were going to get into it a little bit and just like get into some other stuff. Um, that would be the more in this paper planes and more show we're talking about here.
Just more and more and more.
And just more and more and more. Right. So um he was excited because he got us some news, and now he's got like all these planes parked in front of us, and I'm kind of curious as to why all these planes are in front of us. Dalton, what have you got there? What's going on over there, KIA?
Yeah, well, I don't know exactly what y'all can see because actually I don't have a video feed right now, but here's broke out one of the big old super heavy saber tubes here.
Oh hell yeah!
And just for reference of size, here's Apex.
So yeah, that's a pretty big saber tooth, people.
Pretty big saber tooth. But I know the one member that keeps asking about 16, which hopefully at some point I will XL 16. Hopefully I will get an instructable out about it so he knows how to build it. Here she is.
Well, there she is. Ah. Hey, I haven't seen her in a while either.
Yeah, she just had her birthday on January 22nd of 2013, so she is officially 10 years old.
Damn. See, yeah, aged plane there, buddy.
Yeah. Finally have a few decade birds here that are still around.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, hell yeah. I just remember back in the day when I was like, oh man, I can't wait till I get to your level and have a series like Phase be 25 years old. It's like, damn.
I know, right? It's cool, isn't it? I miss having some of my like original planes from back in the day that I could do that. I mean, like you've seen a couple, but I used to have a hell of a lot more until the terrorists got
Right.
my shit.
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty funny because actually I was just talking to someone at work the other day. And she was asking about hobbies and stuff like that. So I do paper planes like this, and she's like, "What?" So over the course of 25, 30 minutes of telling her about it and everything, and telling her about you, I remember you had I think it was a javelin, correct? It was notebook paper javelin from like 25 years ago,
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
and like it still flies and it's brittle, but she still goes.
she still goes, but I put her much like because of the way it's notebook paper. So none of those. They usually all sit in the palace. How are you not seeing the video feed? However, I do have the one here in front of us. This is phase one number, or this is actually phase three, 348. This is 348, and she was born December 18th of 1991. So this one's a little old. This ain't even the oldest. Not the one I usually bring out that you guys see, but this one's got some age to her, and she still flies. She still got it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, we're not with that one, dude.
Yeesh. One day I'll get up there. One day I'll get up there.
I mean, she's gonna have she's gonna have her 33rd birthday here coming up.
Yes, yeah, 33rd. Yeah. That's nuts, man. That is nuts.
I suppose I shouldn't
So,
say that because it was just December, so this is the 30. She's 32 years old. This plane is 32. Even real Air Force planes retire after 32 years.
yeah,
So
exactly.
for this one to be flying, yeah, is no small feat, and
Right.
it's quite cool. You really got to take care of them if you're going to have them. I mean, like I shouldn't say you can't be scared. You got to fly them. It's like having a classic car. She didn't get to be where she is because I like put her out to pasture. I mean, she's on the line. She gets flown. So
Yeah.
and she's this one in particular. I shouldn't do it. You've seen her a couple times because it's got the black stripes. I haven't blown her out enough, but this one's actually flown in one, two, three, four, five, 6 different states. This one's probably got the most territory covered. She's been
Yeah.
around. She's been in Florida, Georgia, Arizona, North and South Carolina, and here. And all flown in either one of those skies in her 30 years. So
Yeah.
she's got some really, she's covered some ground.
That's pretty amazing.
So yeah, you'll get there. You got to, like I said, the trick is, of course, is care for them. You got to care for them.
Right.
And a lot of that really is like getting some kind of hanging up line, because I don't think any of my eldest ones, if they were in a box for too terrible long, would be able to be flown this long. I mean, the only way to successfully do that is to. This is advice for all you guys. The only way to successfully do that is to keep them in a box. If you stack with like aircraft, like the exact same kind of aircraft, so they can stack on each other and not harm each other.
Right.
Yeah, because if you don't do that, or at least if you can hang them up, they won't make it. They just won't make it.
Mhm. Yeah, I will be adding to the man cave down here. I'll definitely be adding a couple strings. Cause I have two strings upstairs in my other room. Well, four in my other room. They have all my apexes up there, and a few exiles and a few saber tooths. But yeah, so those are all nicely hung up and everything. So I gotta transfer those down here and set up some new lines with all my new birds that are coming out here. They just gotta start making them.
Yeah, you said new birds. What are we talking here? You're teasing us about new birds, by the way.
Well, the last show we did, that me and SIL officially did together, I unveiled the new shadow, which is right here in front of me.
That's right, Shadow. Yes, indeed.
So this one will be making more of a impact here coming up soon. So we'll be making more of these. I'm gonna try to get on maybe not one a days like Force has been doing for quite a while here. I will try to probably participate in one every other day or something like that, you know. But definitely got to get on that streak so I can get some more inventory for sure. But yeah, we got this one here for sure. Still working on SNA 52. Actually, here's another.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, yes, yep.
And speaking of his, what you were saying about being able to stack birds, here's SNA right here, being able to stack three separate birds.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly a great example. I mean, like a lot of mine, I don't because I was young and stupid too. It's everybody's young and stupid. Some of y'all get the benefit of me being young and stupid for a long time, so y'all don't have to be young and stupid for a long time. I used to stack mine in boxes for years, so it never ceases to amaze me that they've actually made it as long as they have.
Right.
Because these phases, the ones you're looking at, and I've got multiples out there now, the ones that you're looking at have all been in boxes before and still made it and still are nice, crisp. They fly. So, you know, it can be done. It can be done. You just got to really maintain, or else it's just not going to happen.
Right. Well, and like you said, make sure you stack. If you're able to stack, or at least keep all like ones together. You know, don't drop a big old super heavy saber tooth on top of everything else, because that's not gonna work.
Hell no, you can't do that. No, yeah. I know firsthand you can't put saber tooths on it. Saber tooths can carry everything, but you can't stack anything with them.
Yeah. I was like you were saying in the other videos, like let's stack an C-130 on top of a F-16. It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. Exactly. It's not gonna work.
So, but yeah, so we have Shadow coming, and I'd actually like to start. I was looking at the forums the other day, and here's a torn apart demon, which I believe is my.
Oh, that's what that is.
My small lead-in trainer. So.
That's right. Okay.
Kind of one of my more unique looking birds, because it had let's see if I can figure out actually how to put it back together here. There we go. It has like a really no back end fuselage type of look.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, I've totally forgotten about that thing, dude.
Yeah. Or the exotic looking bird that OAE, is it OEA?
OAE.
OAE.
Yeah.
More exotic looking birds that he does, SIL does. So, yeah, I will be working on this as well as Shadow and as SNA for sure. But yeah, we'll be rolling out some new, maybe some new different variants of this. Maybe the same. We'll find out.
I freaking hope so, because if I remember correctly, Demon was a beast.
Yeah, she was a nice little thing that I don't think she really went far. We have her as a trainer role right now, but yeah, she was definitely something that didn't look like it would fly, but boy, she did.
It was pretty intense. That plane is like, I mean, like, here guys, so you can take a quick look at this thing. This thing has some pretty good flights, and of course, he made it in hot pink. So it's. I'm showing them a picture of it right now because we do have good pictures of that one. Very few, but some good ones. And it's like, dude, that plane, yeah, Demon was hot. I remember
Oh
that
yeah,
thing. I mean, like, I'd forgotten it, but it's like, yeah, and you're right. As far as making it like the trainer was spot on because it did have some good distance. Judging by the photos, you got some like it's definitely further than close range or even short range, but I wouldn't put it out there to long yet. So it's like short to medium.
this is actually a very fair point. Number 001.
It must not have flown as good because the pictures we got are the one without the fin.
Without this fin.
Yeah, either that
Yeah,
or we just didn't get that one picture taken that day. That's all.
yeah,
I don't want to really put it out to pasture. That might not be the case. It might
right.
really be. Yeah. So okay. So Shadow's making a comeback. Demon's making a comeback. SNA. Well, we hadn't really forgotten about SNA 52. However,
Well, it was forgotten for a while, and just like I actually had now going over our sheets, thanks to Dave's video the other day, I experienced that Red Dawn was supposed to be such a big thing. That was my battle air index. No, that's not what it is. Sorry, short to medium range attack.
yes,
Uh,
yeah, you could say Battlefield Air Dictator. That's the official, but yeah, you're right. Yeah.
okay. So that one is actually another lost bird, kind of just like Shadow Hero, where I only had a very few of Red Dawn, and magically they've disappeared. I don't know where any of them are. So might be another one where I have to
You're
uh, kind of
you're.
come up with a design on the fly. But I know she was something similar to um, kind of a meld of SNA and Sabretooth. So
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're like, well, that's exactly like. Why do you guys always go through this? Well, I'm sorry. Why do we go through this? I have to include myself in that because I have totally forgotten how to make Venom the way I used to. The way I make Venom now is not Venom. So I
yeah,
mean that's why I call it NG. But there's also yeah, it's very similar. But like we all lose a plane. There's always one that's like, God, how the hell did I build that thing?
right.
But this is why we like to stress the one a days. I mean, if you can program yourself to build one plane for a month, you will never forget how to build the plane
Mm-hmm.
or anything else. Like, I mean, I got the show the other night, and but the start of this one, you saw there's a whole bunch of. I've got 332s sitting in front of me. I'm not going to forget how to build 332s. I just can't. There's 30
Yeah.
of them. So, obviously not phases. There's 700 of them, but no, I don't have them all. But again, there's some like I have to admit I'm a little rusty on a couple. Um, and yeah, you'll get that way. And like you said, if you only have a couple examples, it's going to be tough without having them. Which is also
Right.
why I highly suggest people get a Palace. And even though it may fly great, even if it flies great, that's one thing. But retire one right the fuck away, so you can go back into the Palace, get it, and you won't forget how to build something.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But okay, so if that's okay, so well, what's the one back there right by the one all the way to the right? Yeah, is that Chaos?
No, well, this was yes, actually it is a cast, but this is actually your phase two.
Right. Okay.
It is well, but I mean it's actually a phase two,
Yeah.
the one that we built together when you lent me the contract to then become chaos.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So the chaos is officially a phase two.
Just like Exile's pretty damn close to a phase three.
Right.
Right. Okay.
So that was the other kind of news that I was like, I finally found this one. I'm like, oh, that's right. This was exactly a phase two, which then led into chaos. And then when I was looking at you building a phase three, or just kind of building off of this platform. Then Exile came in, and you're like, oh, it's a phase 3. I'm like, damn.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why I always said, like, that's why I got to retire those, because they really are, once you get into it, you're like, they really aren't that complex to build.
Right.
But they're also, like, once you've built them and you fly them, you understand why. You know, they're like, okay, they're super simple. They fly awesome. And then they make a great test bed because they're stable as hell. They'll fly good on their own, so you can test any damn thing you want on them, and they'll usually put up with it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's almost nothing they wouldn't put up with. I've put heavier weights on them to make them like a high altitude, like a javelin contestant, and I've also shortened their. They've done it all. I've shortened their length and widened their wings so they could be stunters. I mean, they get a little bit weird, but it's all happened, and there's still phases. So
Right.
like, there's almost nothing they won't put up with. They're an awesome test bed. That's why there's 700 of them.
Yeah, well, exactly. You know, it's like what you were saying. Like, F-16 is the most built fighter ever.
Well, not ever, but for the U.S. For right now, yeah.
Because that thing can just do everything.
Right, yeah.
Within boundaries, obviously.
Yeah, and exactly, and it's like, as far as a modern fighter that, you know, is pretty much all saying, yeah, it's definitely truly multi-role. I could technically call phase multi-role, but I'd have to alter it some, and like I said, we don't do that in the paper airplane world. We want everybody's creative juices to keep flowing, so you want to keep building shit, design shit.
Well, exactly.
That's what makes it more fun. So, I mean, it can be argued what's fun about it. Well, obviously flying, but like what you see in front of you. I mean, like, every one of these planes is older than 30 years old. There's six birds out here, and the newest one was built in '92. So, I mean, again, you're like,
Yeah. That's just crazy to think that, like, I built this 10, you built that 30 years ago. I built this 10 years ago. And I still have it in front of me.
That's right. I know. Isn't it cool? I mean, this one right, Dalton, you can't see it, but you see this one directly in front of you, right there. This one's its birthday today, February 11th of '92.
Nice.
So she
It's officially 31 years old.
is officially 31 years old today.
Wow. That's fucking crazy. That's very crazy. And I remember the day we flew this at Buena. Or no, was it Buena?
It was Buena, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, we're freaking out. Like, it went all the way to the baseball diamond. It was nuts.
Hey, hell yeah, dude. 16 is like, oh man, it's. I get why Abby wanted to do it. Abby just didn't understand. Abby, if you're gonna watch this, you don't understand it. Well, you probably get it now, but that is just another Exile. It's just number 16. And I understand you may want the tech from 16 in particular that made it cool. But we showed you. Just give it that little clip back there.
Yeah, yep. Well,
And
I think this one also, I sliced the wings in the back, actually. Like, I actually cut them. I didn't build that in or anything like that.
oh, so there's something. Oh.
Yeah, so this be considered the trailing edge back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I actually cut the trailing edge into it, and then obviously I cut a tail fin, and then cut that into the X tail here. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, the trailing edge is not built in. That was actually cut out. And actually, I have a replica here. So 16, and then here is 53, which is damn near close. It's a little bit shorter, just a tiny little bit, about a half inch probably or so. But this has the same tech, same X tail here, same trailing edge. Doesn't fly as good though, which actually, yeah, no, it is built exactly the same. So.
And see, that's why you want to test shit like that, is to see exactly that. It's like, okay, this worked. What else can we do with it and make it work?
Yep.
He's showing a great example of that, people. Just like, yeah, we're just modifying a little bit to see how it's going, and he's already finding out that's not as good as the other one. So.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, she flew decently, but yeah, it wasn't what 16 did, and even 16 took a while because I think 16 had a regular tail for quite a while before I actually put the X on it. And I think when I put the X on it, that's when it made the infamous flight.
That could be right. I mean, it was a little while. We're trying to remember that, but yeah. I mean, it sounds pretty good. I can show like, you see that? You see that, people? That's an awesome picture, people. That's 16 in flight. It was a great day. We got photos. 16 was usually taking pictures of because 16 was a good freaking bird. Um, and there's a great many shots of that particular bird. Uh, yeah.
Do we get a video of it or no?
I don't know if we got a video of her. I think we. I don't know
Either
actually.
that, or we got the video afterward once you finished the flight. We're like, oh, we didn't record it.
Yeah, because that usually happens too. I mean,
It's like, oh,
there's
because you can
something
never,
about those.
yeah, because you can never plan when the bird's gonna have a good flight.
Yeah, exactly. You just don't know. You can't. I mean, it's like going to concerts and bringing your phone and then filming the concert with your phone. It's like, dude, you want to watch the damn concert, right? I mean, come
Right.
on. So
Well, why are you standing there, with your phone and you're watching it through the screen instead of actually just sitting there and enjoying the actual show in front of you?
yeah, I mean, I get it, and like all of the rest of us who can't be at the show appreciate the hell of what you're doing, but dude, watch the fucking show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, come on. Yeah. Oh, I got that picture. Oh, oh man, I know you're not seeing it live unless you're watching it, but I'm showing up some pretty good shots because I got that one where 16 landed on the dirt, so it left that trail.
Yeah,
Remember that?
so left the trail.
Yeah, remember that
I was
shot
just gonna
too?
bring that up
Yeah.
too. Yeah, like that you used that for a good in the earlier shows, last year's shows. You always had that whenever I was on because that was like my best infamous shot right there.
That's right. That's
It was
right.
just a nice drag line, and then she just like was picturesque in the dirt there.
And I mean, I also because I also mentioned like I don't think I'm pretty fair. Wait, is that's your? Yeah, that's yours. It's got a peak. The I hadn't done that particular tech that 16 has on mine before, so he did do something new. K did something new that SIL hadn't done with theirs. Not exactly like that, but again, this is why everybody also. It's like we put our how to build videos out there. It's like we're not trying to be secretive about it. We're just trying to get every option out and make sure you have the right videos because again, something like that is I think that's important. Like you having that idea on there is like great. Or like, okay, I need to try that on one of mine, see what it does.
Right.
So
Well,
it's
because every bird is different. I mean, again,
yeah,
prime example was 53 and 16. It's probably damn near built the same, exactly the same, but one flies better, one flies not as good. Now, could that be weight? Could that be the different type of paper? That could be the different tech. You know, it's a whole range of things.
right, exactly.
And again, that's why you have 700 phases because you might have tried that tech on 10 of them, none of them worked, but then you switched over to a little bit thicker, heavier duty paper on the 11th one, and bam, that one works like a dream.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, it's not. You're not gonna. I mean, even with the best design you have, you're not gonna all have winners, and it's gonna be hard. But you're gonna have to like, oh fuck it, I'm crumbling this up, or I'm burning this, or I'm scrapping that, or whatever. You're gonna go through them. It's not like I have all
Oh,
700 of mine either, because that very reason. There's not 500 phases in the fucking palace.
yeah, right,
There's
yeah.
been some real damn duds.
Mm,
So there's text that's just not going to work, and
yeah.
you got to try them. You can't be shy. You got to try them to see what works. And eventually, like I said, I mean, it makes you ready. Like in IVPAC, it makes you ready for combat. You have that many planes, and ideally, something like the Phase 2, the Phase 3. It's not just that they're good and great, or like great at gliding and test bedding and stuff like that. It's the fact that you can build one that quick, that simple, and it's already a striker. So it's simple and combat ready. I mean, because again, all this tech that we're putting on, we're not gonna do that during combat. You don't have the time, and you don't want the enemy to steal your shit. So
Right.
it's a matter of yeah, that's when we kind of get secretive. I mean, like we'll give you how to build as the base model every time, and we will talk about tech, but it's up to you to use it and how you use it on which planes you use it. So it's really, you see that awesome fucking shot of that's actually, and I don't know if you still have this plane. That's number 23. Number 23 was also a pretty good exile.
and we got quite a few pictures of it. I think it
Mm,
was probably, if I remember, now that I've seen the pictures, it's coming back to me. I'm pretty sure 23 was like the second best bird out there. It was really hot. It basically has the same kind of tech, something slightly different about it. I think it was the underneath. You could kind of make it out in the photo. It still had this tiny upright fins, but the strikes below were also a little different. The same.
yeah. Hmm. Might be one that's hanging upstairs right now. I don't have the one with me. But yeah, I mean, I have a 30. I have 35. 35 was more similar. But yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's such a trial and error type, you know,
Indeed.
experience. It's such a trial and error experience that, you know, it's just so many different things and so many different variables. Like these little winglets or strikes or whatever you want to call them on SNA here. If I would put that on phase, or I'm sorry, Exile, who knows? Maybe it'll just totally kill the bird. I mean, it might not work, but it works for SNA. You know, you just you don't know until you try,
Exactly.
and that's where like you were saying before, that's where the one a days come in because you can build the plane one a day, maybe add a tech every day too. Try a different one every day. Then you have 30 different techs, 30 different birds. Find which one works, then build maybe 10 of those ones with that tech, and see if you can have um, a consistent result.
Exactly.
If I build 10 of these, 10 exiles with the X wing and the cut trailing edge, and you know maybe only 5 of them would work. You don't know.
That would suck. That would suck just having like 5 of them. Or
Yeah,
5 that work and like if you built 30 into the 5 work and then the other 25, well, it's just crap. Burn it.
yeah. Well, and for me being a newcomer, not really anymore, but back in the day, I always used to get so discouraged because I'd see SIL just throwing out phases and javelins and you know then no, it was novas and everything like that. And they're all just going crazy and amazing, and I'm like, I want that.
I mean, it is the ultimate recruitment tool if you see planes doing that crap. That's one of the reasons why. It's like, dude, you can
Oh
have
yeah.
that. Or the
What's
calendar. Apparently, Robert enjoys the calendar.
yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Like, he got one. I got him one. I like. It's not exactly. I didn't mass produce, so I had to like make it. But
Right.
I got him one, and yeah, he's like, dude, this thing rocks. So I could kind of cater them to people, but like they're probably gonna get better as time goes on as I get used to like making them. So
Yeah,
keep on the lookout for your
for sure.
calendars, people. If you want one, let me know. Drop us a line. They're kind of pricey at the moment. I wouldn't exactly call it over pricey considering they're your own pictures and stuff. But
Yeah, but it's the work, just like anything else.
yeah,
It's the work to do it. It's not, like you just said, you're not mass producing them 100 at a time.
yeah, right.
This is time, effort, you know, resources, research, everything.
And not only that, but it's also really big deluxe ass calendar. If it was like a little bit, it's cool as hell, but you gotta, yeah. And like the funny thing is also is the one I gave him is different than the one even I made myself. So if
Mm.
anybody else asks, it'll probably be different each time. So you're getting limited editions.
There you go.
Like actually, because he wanted in, but I couldn't get it to him that late. I altered his. Mine's actually, the full calendar year. His is from February to February because he missed out on January, and well, I didn't want you to miss out on January, so I made the calendar
Yeah.
February to February, so he's got a full 12-month calendar. Rather hot. So
Hell yeah.